Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Rowe. Welcome to Algebra 1 Part A. I'll be your math teacher for this course. As we go through this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, a little bit about the course, how you show your work, some other neat things that you need to know. Everything is very simple in this school, so pay attention as we go through so that you can answer the questions that you have at the end. So just a little bit about me. Got a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of South Carolina. I've always loved math. Got a couple of master's degrees, but I want to focus on this one right here, the Master's of Math from Western Governors University. It was all virtual. I did the exact same thing in this degree that you're doing right now. They gave me the work, gave me the assignment, I did the assignment, they gave me some feedback, let me revise it. Same exact thing you're doing, so I know exactly what you're going through. So I spent 18 years in a brick and mortar. This is now my fourth year here at SC Whitmore. So what do you do when you get your class? So once you get your class, you're going to have your course landing page. It kind of looks like this. Not exactly like this, but this is mine, so mine's a little bit different. But you got your lesson, so you're going to click on a lesson. And then the lesson's going to pop up. There's lots of things you got to do here. I'm going to kind of focus on what you got to do for right now. The first steps. So hopefully this lesson will open up real quickly. There we go. So the first thing you're going to do right here, there's always a video in all the lessons that kind of explains what the rest of the assignment is about. So start off by watching that video, looking at these examples. There's examples all the way through that kind of explain what you got to do. And then when you get to the end, there's an assignment. So that's how the course is set up. So that first thing, you're going to watch that video. And then once you get done with the video, go through the lesson. Take notes, pause when you're asked to, print out, do all that stuff as you're doing that lesson because it'll help you a great deal. So now once you get done with the lesson, you've got an assignment. The assignments are always at the end. Now what I've done to help you with the assignment this year is down at the bottom. The assignment always comes after everything. You got your grading rubric, which we'll talk about in a minute. Then you've got your assignment. Every assignment, I have linked a Google Doc for you to submit your work. Now, if you don't want to use that, I'll just show you. Here, what's down here is right here. So right here is a submission box. So what you can do is you can actually copy. So like I can copy this right here. I mean, it's not letting me copy right now, but copy. And you can paste it right in the submit box and do your answers. That's a great way to do it. It will come right into my work, and that's fine. But what I've done to kind of make this a little bit easier, and here's some other things you got to do. Make sure you copy the problem like I just did, show all your work, and then submit your work. Well, what I've done for you this year is I've created Google Docs for every lesson. So all you got to do is when you get to the assignment, find where it says answer document, and you click on it. Once you click on that Google Doc, this is a very nice thing that I've done to help you make the work. You're going to make a copy. That copy goes straight to your Google Drive. So make sure you're signed into your school email account. So it'll go right into your school Google Drive. You can organize it once you get it into your Google Drive. Once you make a copy, it's going to come up. And I've got a lot going on my computer, so it's being a little bit slow. But there's the assignment. And the rubric's going to pop up right there, and then the assignment right here. You can come in here, type whatever you want to do, and then it's automatically saved because it's a Google Doc. And then you're going to share it with me hitting the share button, this blue button, and you'll share it. I'll talk about that more in just a minute. So that's how you're going to submit work, either in this submission box. There's a button in the submission box to help you submit a link. And if you're on your first submission only, This is only on your first submission. Don't try it on any other submissions unless you have an accommodation that says so. You can do what's called a partial post. That means you've looked at the lesson, you've worked on it, you've submitted some notes, or you've taken some notes. Submit those notes and some work here that represents an hour of work, and then check this. Don't check this without putting some work in the submission. You won't get credit for the partial post. You get what's called an unqualified post, and you don't want those because those affect attendance. So the Google Doc, we just talked about that, and the link is in every lesson right before the assignment. Once you title, add your name to the title is basically what I want you to do here, and you need to give me permission to view. You can click that share button, and then you're going to type my name in, and it should pop up and give me permission to view it. That way, it'll save you some issues of me not having access. And then once you submit your first assignment, start a second row with the problems that you missed, and just do your second submission right underneath your first submission. Don't erase anything. Don't write over. Just use the submission that's already there, and just go right beneath it and start the first submission. So now, how are you going to show your work? Because you have to show your work on every lesson in this course. There's lots of ways to do this. We can still use paper, so you can type or write your stuff on paper, and then you can submit your work as a picture or a scan. So again, I'm going to bring this back up. So if I've got work on paper, I can insert it into this Google Doc. So let's come here. Being very slow today. All right, here we go. There we go. Okay, so we got our doc, and let's say I wanted to submit a picture. I'm just going to click where I want it, and I'm going to insert a picture. So you're going to insert an image. Now, wherever you've saved the document, I suggest you save them either in your Google Drive or in your Google Photos attached to your school email account. I've put one in Drive that I can help you with. So I'm going to pull up that image from my Google Drive. And see, I've got this picture right here. So that's some work I've done on paper. And I've taken a picture of. And once you click insert, you see there's your work. It's right there in the document. And you can resize it because that's way too big to be take up a lot of space. So you can just resize it, and there's your work. Now that work has nothing to do with what we're doing here, but that's the work. Now there's another great little tool, the equation editor. Every Google Doc has access to a equation editor built in to the document. So you're just going to go insert, and then right down here is equation. I suggest you practice with it. I don't like this one very much. It's not very user friendly, but there's all the tools that go with it. You can insert all sorts of things, operations and stuff. And then there's this add-on. Now, add-ons are things that you can add on to either docs, or actually I would suggest you get the Chrome extension for this. So Chrome extensions over here. Just add a new Chrome extension. And it's called Equasio. So let me show you how Equasio works. And any extension you use, I don't want you to pay for anything. So use it as long as it's free. Right now, Equasio, they have a free version that you can use. And it's very easy to use. So hopefully it's going to pop up. Again, it's being very slow because I've got a lot of things moving here with the video and the documents. Um, I think it's working. Oh, anyway, Equatio is a kind of a easy to use app. Once it pulls up, it allows you to, if you have a touchscreen um, computer, you can actually write equations. So, like right here, if you click this, you can actually write an equation right here. So, like I was doing an equation that I was solving. And so I'm using my mouse right now because this screen is not touch screen. I have another screen that is touch screen, but it's not. And then you see it writes down what I say. And once you get what you want over here, just click insert. And it's going to insert like it's an image. It will be an image when it inserts into the Google Doc. And you see, again, it's being very slow. Apologize for that, but it will insert this into the Google Doc. So I'm going to move on to try to get through this a little bit quicker, but I wanted to show you how to use it. Right now, like I said, there's a free version. Use the free version as long as it's free. Once it's no longer free, use another app or tool to do your work. There are some others. Like I said, don't pay for anything. Use only what's free. So how are you graded in this course? How are you graded in SC Whitmore in general? Every lesson has a rubric that tells you how you're going to be graded. And it has some common things. It tells you you'll get a score of 10 if you do this, you get a score of 9 if you do this. And it'll tell you on each question what each question is worth and how it's assessed. So, like right here, so the answer is correct, the method indicated, and the work. So that's 1 point. If you don't do all of that, you get partial credit. If you don't show your work, for example, or your answer is incorrect, you don't get any points. So make sure when you're doing your assignment that you're showing your work and showing every step. Don't assume that that step is obvious. Show your work so you don't have to come back and redo it. I will make you redo your work especially if it's something that's important. So when you get your feedback after you submit your work, I look at it and I give you some feedback. Pay close attention to everything I say. Look at the entire feedback. Don't just go back and try to redo it because what I do is I'll tell you at the beginning what's right and what's wrong, or what's right and what's wrong, and then I give you some resources for each individual problem that was incorrect. So don't just look at the ones that were wrong and then go back and try to do it. I give you some help to help you get through it. I give you some examples. I'll give you some extra videos. If those things don't help, you can reach me through chat on Google Hangouts. You can send me a Google Hangout chat. You can send me a teacher message. I just understand that teacher messages take me a little bit longer to reply to than a quick chat. So if you're trying to get your assignment turned in that day, chat's the quickest way to get to me. Teacher message is the next quickest way. Don't ask me questions directly in the submission. That's not what that's for. Submissions are for work only. And don't email me work into my email. Don't send work straight to email. It has to go through our LMS to give you credit. So look, make sure it's always in the submission box in your lesson so that you get credit, and so I know what lesson it goes with, and so on. And not to mention the emails. My email stays pretty full all day. I get several emails every time a student sends work. So email is not the best way to get a quick answer. You can always visit my website. There's a link to my website on the course landing page. You just click on that link. I have some resources for every lesson in the course, so you can check those out as you're working. And that actually might help you save some time if you look at those resources first and then do your assignment. You might end up getting through the course a little bit quicker. That's what I want you to do, get through it quickly as you can. So make sure you use your feedback and resources to revise and only resubmit the problems needing revision. So like right here, I sent this to someone, they got number 3 right. They need to revise these and they haven't worked on these yet. So good on means that you got this one right. Revise means these need to be revised or redone, and then complete. That means you haven't done these yet or haven't finished them. So do these and then go on. Don't resubmit number 3 because you've already got it right. So in your next submission, skip number 3 and go back and do the rest. Okay, still need some help? Still struggling to understand the content? We have things called office hours. Every teacher has some office hours. So during office hours, you make an appointment and we talk about what you're struggling with in the content. So, and you can make an appointment and I'll help you get through the lesson. I'll show you similar problems and then that'll help you get through your problem. So on your course landing page, you'll see this link to my Google Calendar and all these little things here. These are office appointment slots. So you'll pick the slot that you like. So like if you like that one, that's the one you pick. You pick that slot, you click on it. Once you click on it, you'll tell me a description. Start off by what course you're in. That helps me already think about, if it's geometry or if it's algebra. Makes, because there are 2 courses I'm teaching. So algebra 1, lesson 2, problems 6 through 8. That way I can prepare some stuff for you and our meeting can go quickly so you can get back to work. Once you save that, it pops up into your Google Calendar. And then when it comes time for you to meet with me, you'll come back to your calendar, your school calendar, the one attached to your schoolwork, and you'll click on the link. The link will be right here to join, and it's actually a Meet now, not a Hangout. You'll click to join the Google Meet, and we'll meet in the Google Meet, record it, and once the recording is done, it pops up right back here so you can access the information later. Okay, so what materials you're going to need for class? Really and truthfully, if you have some paper and pencil, that's really all you need. You definitely don't need for this course a protractor. Let me go back. You don't need a protractor, a ruler, or a compass. You just need paper, pencil. Some graphing paper would be helpful because we do a lot of graphing in this course. And if you have a TI 83 or 84, that would be great. I also have a way for you to get access to one online free that'll just be attached to your desktop. So if you don't have one of these and you would like a free copy that you can use on your computer, let me show you what that looks like. Hopefully it'll pop up. Then I give you access. You don't need this protractor, ruler, and compass. Knock those out. I'm going to have to take those off before I did this, but not going back now. So here is the calculator that I use all the time. It is the same functions as this TI 84 Plus right here. So if you want a version of this to put on your laptop or desktop, let me know and I'll send you some instructions. All right, just some general advice. Don't skip straight to the problem. That video and those examples that are in the lesson are there to help you. Work out those examples on paper. So you got the answers to the examples, you got the answers to the examples in the video. Write those down and work them out and see if you get the answer and then go back and check. That's a great way to make sure you understand the material. And don't waste submissions by not following instructions. Remember, your submission is attached to your attendance, so it's important that you have a qualified post in order to get a submission. And if you have any other questions as you're doing the course, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Teacher messages, definitely that way they're kind of noted in the school system. Or you can send me a Hangout message and I'll be happy to respond. I also, and this is also on my school, on the course landing page, my phone number is there. So you can access my phone number and you can actually send me a text message. Or let me know beforehand and call because I'll answer every phone call I get because I get a lot of your car warranty is out. So just let me know. Send me a text message first. That way I can put your number in and I'll know who you are. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. And I hope you have a great course. Try to get through it using the pacing guide that's on the course landing page. That way we can get you in the second part of the course. And let me know if you have any.